Here are the list of confirmed players Chelsea have signed so far for the 2024 summer transfer window, including their age, their price tag, and also the positions that these players are playing. So with this, we'll be able to judge if the Chelsea management, Todd Boehly and co, has been able to do justice to the various positions which we expected Chelsea management to strengthen ahead of the 2024-25 EPL campaign or season. So before we dive into this video proper looking at these various players and other Chelsea related news, please kindly go on to share this video to other Chelsea group, destroy the like button, leave a comment below looking at these players that Chelsea have signed so far, and also dropping your opinion below as far players which are expecting Chelsea to sign to make it a perfect summer transfer for us. Alright, the first player that Chelsea signed for this summer transfer 2024 is Tosin Adarabioyo from Fulham. It was a free transfer, age 26, playing the central back position. Definitely, it will add to our depth of our central backs because we have other players, including the likes of Disasi, who was not that consistent last season, the likes of Bernard Banashi, who was also not consistent. So with Tosin, you'll be able to strengthen our central back position, coupled with the fact that Thiago Silva has departed Chelsea. So it therefore means that if Chelsea will still be going on to sell player like Chaloba, Chelsea will need to still bring in a central back. Then moving on to the second confirmed player signed for 2024 is Omari Kellyman from Aston Villa. 18 years old for £19 million, an attacking player. You'll be able to strengthen our attacking line up. Couple the fact that we already have some other players like Kopama who did fantastically well last season, the likes of Nani Madueke who is gradually picking up. Then we're expecting the likes of Mikhailo Mudryk to justify why Chelsea actually paid £88 million for his signature. Then the next or the third player that Chelsea confirmed summer signing for 2024 is Mark Gue from Barcelona, another young talent, 18 years old. Chelsea signed him for €6 million, equivalent to £5 million. Though it's a cheap deal, but the talent that this player possesses seems to be more than that of €6 million. That is why Chelsea pounce on it and take advantage of his contract situation with Barcelona to bring this player down to London to Stamford Bridge. But I'm not expecting Mark Gue to be our first choice as striker come next season or coming season. I'm expecting Chelsea to still go on to sign a Mark Gue striker. Probably Mark Gue may just be a third fiddle or a second striker to fight for his spot. Then moving on to the fourth signing that Chelsea did this summer, confirmed signing, not rumor. That is Kieran Dewsbury, who was recently unveiled day before yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. That is few days ago. Dewsbury was signed from Leicester City for around £30 million. A more of like a central midfielder, boss-to-boss midfielder. He can as well play the attacking midfield and also the defensive midfield. But this player, Dewsbury, has gotten his best performances from the central midfield. That is a boss-to-boss midfielder. It's not that good in terms of recovering of balls, making tackle, but when it comes to shooting ability, it's very good in terms of making through passes, running with the ball, making some dribble, causing foul. It's a good set piece taker. So these are the qualities that we're expecting Dewsbury to bring down to this team. Though a lot of Chelsea fans are already comparing this player to Bruno Fernandes, the likes of Odega of Arsenal, and also Kevin De Bruyne. Now, but for me, it's still very early for me to compare uh, uh, KDH to KDB or even Bruno Fernandes because we cannot compare the Leicester City team to that of Chelsea. The pressure which you face when you are playing for probably a mid-table team or a championship team is not the kind of pressure which you'll be getting when you are playing for a big or a bigger team or a big team like Chelsea, who are also a European giant. So, fellow Blues, these are the list of confirmed summer signing for 2024. With these players starting from Kelly Omarima down to this bureau that was recently unveiled, do you think Chelsea has done well in the 2024 summer transfer market, or do you think Todd Boehly and Co has been able to meet up with your expectation? Remember before towards the end of last season, we were all clamoring for a top 9 striker. That is, so we need to sign a Marquis striker who will be able to fill that boot left by likes of Didier Drogba, Diego Costa. Unfortunately, Nicolas Jackson has not really been performing to expectation, but to an extent, he did well comparing to other strikers at the likes of Darwin Núñez that Liverpool signed for €100 million, the likes of even Oliver Watkins that is firing for Aston Villa, even to the likes of Erling Haaland. So hopefully Nicolas Jackson will be able to improve, but we are still expecting the Chelsea management to make a top signing for us. That is a top nine striker, a big striker, a striker that will be coming into the team, be able to absorb the pressure and start to bang in goals immediately. Not striker of, let's say, a player for the future, but a player for the present and also for the future. So who is that striker you think Chelsea need to get now for it to make it a perfect summer transfer? Then we were also clamoring for a central back in replacement of probably Thiago Silva and also strengthening our central back. Couple the fact that the likes of Disasi was not really consistent last season, and to an extent, Disasi lacks pace, which for me is not a perfect fit for EPA or perfect fit for our team. Then Bernard Bandashi is a player that sometimes it look as if he's losing composure at some point, like the guy they carried away. So that brings us to the player that Chelsea is being linked with, that is uh, Calafiori, Ricardo Calafiori, Bologna central back, and as well can also play the left back position. So do you think we really need to sign Calafiori? Though there's reports that Arsenal are currently ahead of Chelsea in terms of securing the signature of the Italian left back. So do you think it's worthwhile for Chelsea to fight over this player? But for me, I don't really think we really need Calafiori if we are to be sincere. Because if we say the likes of Ian Marston is surplus to requirements for the left back row, we have Ben Chilwell, though struck by injury for the past 2 seasons. Then we also have the likes of Cucurella, who recently is showing why Chelsea actually paid around 62 or 64 million pounds for a signature from Brighton last 2 seasons, last 2 summer transfer. Towards the end of last season, we saw some flashes of brilliance, of which I've been saying it right here that Cucurella is definitely going to be a player that even with Chelsea fan will be proud of. Like, even right from when people were talking down on Cucurella, I never talked down on this player because I expected this. So even with his recent performance, I'm not surprised. So do you think having Cucurella, then we having Ben Chilwell, do you think it would be worthwhile for we to still take up to €50 million to sign Calafiori to come probably play the central back position? And not to forget, Calafiori is more of like one season talent. Like last season, he did very well with Bologna. Now, playing the Euro competition with Italy, do you think this is enough for we to justify this player actually worth €50 million, or for Chelsea to sign this player? Couple the fact that we allow Ian Marston to go to Aston Villa for £37 million. So if Ian Marston is surplus to requirements, is there any need for us to still bring on that left back? Or even if Calafiori will be signed as a central back, do you think Calafiori is a player which we need? Couple the fact that we have a player like Levi Kowi who can as well play that left central back position. Kowi will not want to sit on the bench. Couple the fact that Bayern Munich are also interested for Kowi. Do you think Chelsea will be able to put Kowi down and as well go on to sign Calafiori for €50 million? Who they could bench? And at the same time, we also have Bernard Banashi. So for me, if Chelsea must go for Calafiori, it therefore means that we have to let a probably player like Ben Chilwell to go as a left back. We need to sell Ben Chilwell. Or if we are signing Calafiori as a central back or probably as a utility player, therefore means that we need to probably sell the likes of Bernard Banashi or Levi Kowi. So fellow Blues, with the list of players that Chelsea have signed so far, do you think these are the perfect players for we to kickstart our 2024-25 campaign, or you think Chelsea still really need to do some signing and as well selling of some players? Let us know at the comment section.